Welcome to Align Trading, going over today's SPY recap and live analysis before taking a look at what to watch into tomorrow. So first thing that I explained to the pre-market brief for Discord members was to be watching with this gap down that we had from CPI, this 575 level, as well as the blue and yellow controlled selling right here. And you can see how if you were trying to short this in the morning with this head and shoulder, we never saw that 575 level give up and start grabbing this liquidity right here. And instead, with the blue and yellow controlled selling right here, we start to form this inverse head and shoulder right there, as well as closing a cup back at yesterday's high. Now at this high right here, we're unable to form a handle once again or see that continuation within purple and start to form this head and shoulder right here, as well as an inverse cup back to the low of the day. However, at the end of the day, with this green algorithm, we do not see this handle and the continuation breaking out of that white, and instead you see we're still within this blue and yellow controlled selling right here. Now we will come back to this, and if we can start forming this into tomorrow, right, watch for that continuation, or if we do start to break down, right, be looking for this tomorrow, and maybe we do start grabbing this liquidity, forming this inverse cup back to this 5-day moving average right here. So now here on the 1-minute chart, going over the microstructure and algorithms here in the morning, you can see how we have this yellow and blue controlled selling algorithm right here. We start to form this inverse head and shoulder. Now I explain here, if you are still looking to short this, you need to see this head and shoulder start forming right here and the break of that 575 level right that I talked about. Now, if you're seeing this go up, you want to be looking for this cup and handle right there with that blue and yellow controlled selling. You see this inverse head and shoulder, not much of a move up right there, but still a good scalp if you took that. Now, once again, if you're looking to short this, I explained we need to be seeing this inverse cup forming right here. We can see how this head and shoulder is possibly starting to form. We have that inverse cup at this level, somewhat of a handle right here, another head and shoulder. So could have took that to the downside, but we are unable to close that cup right here, which is not a good sign for continuation. And we don't see that as well. And you see how we are still within this blue and yellow controlled selling right there. And once again, start forming this inverse head and shoulder right there, closing this cup. And then from there, blue and yellow controlled selling for this handle that starts to form here eventually. And we see that inverse head and shoulder once again for this move up right here. So with this move up right here and this cup and handle, I explained that we are in this purple buying continuation right here and did not break below that 575, right? And you can see how we start to get this move up right here to close that cup. So as we continue closing that cup on the way up right here at yesterday's high, you see how I'm explaining to continue. We want to see this blue and yellow controlled selling right here. Now we do not form that inverse head and shoulder to continue. No cup right here, right, for the continuation and a new high. But you see how we start to form this head and shoulder right here that I explained, as well as to be watching for the inverse cup to start forming. So you see this smaller one right here, as well as the larger one that I'm explaining to be watching as well. Now it is a progression, but eventually we start forming right this beautiful handle right there with that head and shoulder. So a good move down right here, closing this cup once again. Now with this handle right here, you see how we start to form that within this green and white. This head and shoulder right there, you can see that microstructure, as well as that inverse cup and handle within that white. Head and shoulder once again, and we close this inverse cup at this level here. So at this point right here, I'll show you what I'm explaining on the 30-minute chart. With this cup, right, I explained that we want to be seeing that handle forming right here with that blue and yellow if we do continue, which we did not, because I also explained that we can start to see this head and shoulder forming right here, and breaking out of this purple algorithm that we are in. And you see how we start forming that, closing that inverse cup to low of day right here. So you see it takes some time, but eventually we do see that close to the low of day. So now here at the end of the day, right, I explained that you want to be looking for that handle right here after we closed that inverse cup. Now, just not much of any follow through right here, right? You see that there's just nothing going on. We cannot see that continuation with this white algorithm right here, and we start forming this inverse cup that I explained can be forming. Will run out of time, but that is what you would want to see if we were heading back to the upside. Now going over what to be watching tomorrow, as I was explaining with this blue and yellow controlled selling right here, pay attention if we do start to form this breakout right here with this inverse head and shoulder, breaking out of that blue algorithm, if we do not lose this 575 right here. Otherwise, like I was explaining today with this double top right here, pay attention to that, as well as this inverse cup and handle that I talked about earlier as well. And in the case that we do start closing that inverse cup to this 5-day moving average, maybe we even lose it. And right, we could start grabbing this liquidity on the way down. Never know. Just pay attention to the structure as always. So now here on the daily chart, this 5-day moving average, you can see is trending up. We want to see this upper Bollinger start trending up as well. If there is a continued uptrend now, breaking out of this box that we were in right here, right? So we saw the retest here today. Let's see if we can get that continuation. Otherwise, right, we did get this upper Bollinger retest right here. And now if we do lose this 5-day moving average, can see how the 5 and 20 are here close together. We want to see the 5 cross below the 20, and we could start to form a head and shoulder right here if this is a fake breakout. Continue rounding this right here as well. Now we do have PPI in the morning as well as some other news, so pay attention to that. But that is all I have for the video today, so thank you everyone for watching, and I will see members in the morning.